primarily for territory. It wasn't for conquest of land and whatnot. It was very similar to Viking type purposes. It was for loot, plundering. It was just raids for the most part. Not being said they didn't take over land and be like, this is my land now, but primarily it was similar to the Vikings' well-known practices of raiding for plunder and loot. And while they may have a lot of similarities, Celtic warriors being big, scary, sometimes tattooed people, just like how Vikings are portrayed in modern arts, I guess, medias and whatnot, they are not the same people. Celtic warriors and Vikings are different. They're not the same. They just have a lot of similarities. And also very similar to the previous severed history colony that we went over, they were also very fond of chariots. If you do not remember what a chariot is, it's that. It's a little bucket attached to some horses, primarily horses, and people were in that bucket with different types of weapons, whether it was curved swords, bow and arrows, spears, whatnot. They were very, very fond of chariots. That also kind of sets them aside, sets them apart from Vikings, because Vikings weren't very well known for chariots. I'll actually have to look into that if they even utilized chariots at any point, but they were more well known for traversing in their very well-built boats. But Celtic warriors, chariots. They liked their chariots. They liked them so much that sometimes chariots were even utilized in burials. It was kind of like a ceremonial thing. Similar to pretty much every single culture during the time since humanity started making weapons, Celtic warriors were also very fond of spears, as I mentioned previously, which is gay. Not gay, gay. Its full name is Gay Bulge. It's pronounced a little funny, but it does kind of end up sounding like Gay Bulge if you just say it with my accent. I obviously had to check this out on multiple different sources of how it's pronounced, and Gay Bulge. Guy Bulge is kind of how I heard it at one point, but that just kind of sounds like Gay Bulge with an Australian accent. But its full name is Gay Bulge. Again, another weapon with a very unfortunate name. But outside of their Gay Bulge, their swords were very decorative and very, very cool, if you ask me, because their handle material, not the material, their handle design itself was pretty unique. But the blade itself was kind of a typical design for a sword. I mean, check it out. Look at that handle. Look at the blade. Look at this Gay Bulge. The Celtic warriors were well known to be fierce,